They are a powerful unit that they just stick to what they need to do, irrespective of who or what they're playing.
So underway here at the bullpen, Fionn McCabe, the number 10, gets play underway, and Kalamunda deep in their own 22. Tapara taking the ball from the kickoff. Goes back to Black. He's been good all year, Black, for Kalamunda. And a little mistake there, just Gershom Adams, I think it was, just putting that ball down.
Yeah, that was just a lack of concentration. He was getting ahead of himself. There was one of those instances where you know the ball's coming to you, but you look up to see where the defence is before you've actually got the ball in your hands, and it can be the slightest fraction of a second, but it's just enough not to get the hands in the wrong spot. So we sort of see him set up on the far side there, and yeah, just into the belly, down on the ground.
So not the start you want to give Palmyra. A scrum 20 metres out directly in front of the posts.
And they've loaded this left side, so they've left the right side here well open. Kalamunda defending correctly. They put 3 on the right side of Palmyra's scrum. So we'll see where they go here, Pally.
So we've got Short, Baker, and Miller on the commentary side. McCabe has it. He goes too short. Tries to push off Black, and he does it easily. So Leighton Short will score the first points of the afternoon with just a minute and a half gone here at the bullpen. And I should say, Palmyra, they seem to be in a dangerous mood.
Oh, look, rule number 1 with Leighton Short. He has got big thighs, but don't ever try and stay upright because he's got a massive fend on him, as we see here, and Ryan Black just feels it. You're making life easy for Leighton Short if you stay upright like that.
So Palmyra, the first ones to trouble the scorers this afternoon, and they made that look pretty easy.
It just shows how important it is to exit your 22, Mick. I mean, Kalamunda probably playing too many phases within there and not kicking the ball out, and just gave Palmyra the opportunity to attack from their scrum.
It was interesting, Damo, that Ryan Black, I don't know what he saw, but when he took the ball initially, everybody was thinking he was going to kick exit, and he just ran it. But there wasn't really a hole for him to run into or at, so I'm not sure what the thinking was there.
And I think early on in the game, they've really got to just play it safe rather than trying to test Palmyra, because they punished him in the end.
So McCabe from the 22, and he's hooked that one. So the score will remain 5-0. Palmyra leading Kalamunda.
Geez, he looked like he was trying to kick that to Pickering Brook.
Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, he said he got onto it, but...
Yeah, look, Palmyra had too many numbers going at the line there, and Leighton Short just being able the opportunity.
So the restart coming from Tamunu. It's been well taken by Gooley. So Palmyra through Law, just outside their 22. Now it goes back to McCabe, enjoying the starting role this afternoon for Palmyra. And Kalamunda now with the counter-attack opportunity. It's been a loose pass. It stays, and he does well. Flicked back inside by Tamunu.
That was fantastic hands there by Tamunu. He's stretched out there because that ball, it sort of bounced in front of him but away from him, and he had to put some pace on to get it. But he's just raked it in one hand and under pressure, tried to flick it behind him, but called out by the assistant referee. But some good skills there.
Wasn't much in it. So go to Ulala McCabe. This is big Dylan Cunningham. Had a storming game last week again. And he's continuing that form up here at the bullpen. So Palmyra right on the attack. This is Bussy Malesu. Two of the new imports coming across for Palmyra, part of the Western Force Academy.
Yeah, pretty easy decision there for Sam Jones, the referee, to make. Kalamunda, Angus Maguire just not rolling away, or not even looking like he was there.
And McCabe dropping that in to about 10 metres away from the Kalamunda try line. A great attacking opportunity here for the visitors this afternoon. So they go to the back. It's been well won there by Little. They bring it down and they start to drive. They've got a little bit of momentum, but Kalamunda defending well. But now they start to make their way towards the line. It's to the back. It looks like Vaitu Ulala may have it. Phillipson. Now they go to short. Oh, cross kick looking for Miller. And just put a little bit too much on it. A bit of razzle-dazzle there from Palmyra.
Yeah, if there's anyone in this field, on the field at the moment, you want chasing the ball, it's Chris Miller. If you look at the replay there, if he was onside, he was on with a chance. He just needed the bounce of the ball, didn't he? Like a favourable bounce for him, and he catches and scores there.
So Kalamunda to McCabe from the restart. To Cunningham. Bounces off. Marshall it was that. Phillipson's there. This is Malesu. Turns it back inside to Vaitu Ulala. Phillipson again. McCabe getting plenty of hands on the ball early on. This is Cody Kobaker. Takes the tackle of Munu on the 22-metre line. Phillipson again. Little. McCabe. Ball left behind. This is win now for Kalamunda, picking up the scraps just outside the 22. Tuyavi. And Black. Pumi Black takes play up towards the halfway line. Kalamunda are yet to get inside Palmyra territory. Short ball to Black. Long ball out. This is Howley. Offloading to Devuduk Fakula. Lays it back to Munu at halfback. To Black. Long ball out to Adams. So Kalamunda stringing some phases together inside Palmyra territory. It looks like it might have been turned over.
Yeah, I think that was Tyron Law on there for Palmyra over and giving them the attack back.
So Phillipson sneaking his way through. So some nice build-up work there by Kalamunda. Unfortunately, coming to nothing. Short, offloading. Here they go. Down the short side. I think it's Marshall. Adam Marshall, he might have too much pace. And yes, he will. That's a tremendous try against the run of play from Palmyra, and it just shows how dangerous this team can be. They withstood the attack of Kalamunda, turned the ball over, and within one phase, they've gone all the way. It was just a loose tackle, and Adam Marshall pins the ears back.
And Kalen Toki didn't have the pace to match it with him. And Adam Marshall, he'd be loving the opportunity to start this afternoon. He comes off the bench a lot for Palmyra, and he's done so this year. But to be able to put that first-grade jersey on, he'd be he knows the privilege of doing so, and he'd be enjoying that moment.
So McCabe. And Damo, it's not a bad team to be a winger on. They certainly used the ball. They used the whole back line.
They're certainly a potent attacking back line there, Mick, and got some toe out wide. Both wingers can certainly pin the ears back and score some tries.
So McCabe adding the extras, so Palmyra out to 12-0.
And just noticing from Pally's attack, Finn McCabe is having a fairly easy day this afternoon already because the Kalamunda defence is not up in his face. He's almost able to take the advantage on himself. So he's being able to run onto the ball, which is giving him time to then have options to hit his players outside him. So we'll see how that continues.
So Tamuna with the restart again. Gooley takes it well. So Palmyra. Oh, interesting kick there from Phillipson. He might get that himself. No, it comes back. So a chance here for Kalamunda. What can they do with this ball? Hook them out. Palmyra driving back at defence. Tapara. This is Adams offloading. Here we go with Kalamunda trying to spread it wide, but the Palmyra defence up quickly, shutting it down. Penalty, though, coming in favour of Kalamunda. Black looks like he wants to play on quickly. They pull him back.
So Kalamunda, they'll be enjoying this, getting down into Pally's 22 and having a red hot crack, getting closer to that try line.
Line to the middle.
So a great opportunity here for Kalamunda. Damien Pacheco spoke about the strength of their forward pack. Norman Tapara it will be. And they go to Siu Manatafa, playing his 100th game. Brings it down cleanly. They start to drive towards the line. Great opportunity here for the Bulls. They continue to march it. Pomeroy Black needs to get his hands on it. The referee said he's got to take it. Ryan Black pivots, bounces, almost through. In fact, he has. Ryan Black.
Just sheer determination there, Mickey.
Like the pinball, bouncing off the defenders. And Ryan Black scoring the try to get Kalamunda back in this match.
Yeah, it's good work by them. They set up their maul. Geez, Sam Jones, the referee, he made the call and then he put the pressure on Black to get the ball out. And they're probably lucky that he didn't blow the whistle there and say it took too long. But that was really well done by Ryan Black. Just looking to fade one way and then spinning back, the hit and spin. And he was able to sort of just bend his way through two tacklers.
And we spoke about the hospitality up here at Kalamunda. Just a young kid walking past with a nice bowl of chips and, geez, they smell good.
I hope you had lunch, Mickey.
So Malachi Tamunu looking to add the extras. From 20 metres out, just off centre. And he's just dragged that across the front of the posts.
He just cramped. It looked like he cramped himself up there. He was just too short on his approach and his power stride. Yeah, strong play there by Ryan Black as we just watched that replay.
And just for the people watching at home, Manamawi is actually in jersey 11 and Adju Devudavakula is in jersey 14. So McCabe with the restart. It's been blocked there by Hookamau. Been stolen by Tyron Law for Palmyra. So Pally straight back on the attack again. James Little throwing defenders out of the way. The counter ruck coming from Kalamunda, and it's good.
Yeah, well, I would suggest that call should have probably been made in the breakdown prior. I think it was Liam Gulu who got his arm in and he scooped it back and pretty much scooped it up into Law's hands. But I gather there was a ruck formed initially. Yeah, that to me says that's hands in the ruck. There was two players from each team over the ball, and then Law takes it forward as we see on the replay, and a good counter ruck there by Kalamunda just puts Phillipson under pressure. Yeah. He can't scoop it up, and then playing it on the ground.
So Tapara with the throw. Making it hard, they go to Hookamau, straight back to Tapara, and then Hooker rumbles his way down the touchline inside Palmyra territory now. Nice little bit of creativity there from the Bulls pack. Adams offloading to Siuna Matafa in his 100th. To Munu, offloading to Howley. Kalamunda making ground. Adams again, he's been busy this afternoon, the big number 6. Numbers lined up for Black. Short ball again, but it's been coughed up, so Palmyra back on the attack. James Little it was that came away with it. Phillipson again sends it back to Leighton Short, and he sends that down the throat of Kalen Toki. And from inside his 22, sends play back up just over the 10-metre line.
It was good rugby by both teams, and Leighton Short, he saw the space there because there was plenty of space open on that far side, and he took the kick, but Kalen Toki put some speed on to get across there, and he covered that ground really well to get to the ball on the full and replied quite effectively.
So ball well won there by Little for Palmyra. McCabe to Cunningham, offloads to Short. Tamunu makes the tackle. Sends it back inside. This is Payesi getting himself involved. Upended. Accidentally though. Referee's got the arm out to play advantage. McCabe. Chip over the top. Davudavakula comes back to pick it up, but the referee will come back. He might try and pick it up on the replay. I don't think there was no intent in it. It was just...
No, and I think that's good refereeing, because I think the ref there, he's seen what's happened. He said, yeah, he's picked him up, but there's been no real danger there or anything, I don't think, if we have a look at the replay. And
he almost fell over the top, he didn't?
Yeah, it was almost like jumped up onto his shoulder and lifted in there. So, like, that's smart refereeing. You see that there's no real danger there. So take that into account, and just the penalty is enough.
So opportunity here for Palmyra once again. For Tuilala, they go to the back. Little wins it cleanly. They converge around him, and they start to drive towards the try line. Heath Tessman will be watching at home, enjoying this. Palmyra on the attack, Short throws it. Doesn't put enough on it though, so it's been picked up by Kalamunda just outside their try line. Davudavakula. To fight hard. So Black chanting their arm in front of the try line. It may pay off for them here. Oh, meeting of minds inside the 22-metre line.
Vaitualo's down there. That's hurt his shoulder.
That was a big hit midfield. This is win for Kalamunda. Yeah, Vaitualo still on his haunches. That's been thrown into the arms of Palmyra. It was Payesi up from fullback. So Pally back on the attack. They go the short side to Marshall. Just pumped into touch. We'll try and see if we can pick that impact up in that 22. Vaitualala.
It was a big hit. Very big hit. I think there's a reading on the Richter scale.
We'll see it here. Bang! Solid. Call me Black. And Siueli Vaitualala.
It's probably what you would call a stinger.
Yeah.
For Siueli. He managed to get back up and make his way across the field. So, a couple of errant passes from both teams. The initial one was Leighton Short, just popping the ball. I think it was a case of Cody Baker not actually running the right line, so he wasn't in the right position to take the ball. And then, as we saw on the replay there, just the pass from Kalamunda going to Palmyra and then them playing down the short side. And probably a good example of the attacking power of Palmyra, where they've got James Little on the edge there, and he's just done quick hands down to Marshall. And when your locks can stand in a first receiver position on a short side and hold their feet and do quick hands, just adds potency to your attack.
So Gershom Adams there, just getting a little bit of attention as well, as we see on that replay once again.
And you know, from a coach's point of view, you'd like to see there Siueli Vaituala using his left shoulder in that instance and being able to hit with the correct shoulder and maybe getting the arm wrap. And the left shoulder with a good solid arm wrap would have been a little bit more successful for him than trying to throw that right shoulder into it.
So Kalamunda win it well through Hukamau. Trying to get him to ground. Pomeroy Black with the box kick. Ryan Black flies through, almost picks it up. Tuilala it is that does clean up in the end. So Palmyra suddenly back on the attack with a mountain of numbers on this commentary side. Cody Baker tries to step around, and he does. Keeps the leg drive going, gets towards the line. Must be very close.
Stolen.
Turned over. Maui it was that tried to make the tackle. So Kalamunda back in possession. And the penalty coming in favour of the visitors. Not releasing, I think, was the rule. Possibly against Angus Maguire.
Yeah, Cody Baker, he took it to the line, took on the defence, and he was looking to try and free the ball up to offload to his support players, but in doing so ended up on his back and had the ball stolen, and that's how it ended up in Kalamunda's hands. And as we're just trying to work that out there, yeah. So Sam Jones saying that holding on.
Little takes it cleanly, almost backs over the try line. Palmyra looking to increase their lead here at the bullpen. They flood the short side and it doesn't come out. The referee awards the penalty. And Pumi Black pretty happy with the decision too.
And we got a scrum, Damo. I thought you'd gone to sleep, but we'll bring you back in here, mate.
That was very smart play by Kalamunda there. They held off for the drive, waited for the Palmyra receiver to take off, and then they held him up, formed the maul, and then took it down and got the turnover. So hopefully they've got an opportunity here to clear their line finally.
And I think it was Hookamau who stood up there, and you could see him just
pretty
celebrating because he knew it was a big play.
Still plenty of work to do. Palmyra won't be happy with that turnover. Looking for the big drive, the Malesu brothers, but it comes back Kalamunda's way. Davutavakula bounces his way through. And a short ball to Adams. Got through a mountain of work in the early stages. Davutavakula again getting himself involved. And Black just leaving it behind. It's been picked up. They play on quickly. Short tries to bat it on. Cody Baker picks it up on the bounce. Turns it back inside to Marshall.
That's a great line. The defence was just flooding across to that far side. And for a winger there, that if he stays on the outside, he probably gets taken out or it gets pushed well out. But Adam Marshall there deciding to bring it back on the inside of Cody Baker was extremely well done. Made it easy for him. Well done.
Deja vu there, guys. I mean, Kalamunda just trying to run it out of their own 22 without exiting. What do you think they're trying to do there, Dwayne?
Oh, they're just trying to play the game, mate. They're throwing caution to the wind here. And you know what? In a way, it's Kalamunda's way, and it probably brings them unstuck at stages. And that's the thing that they're going to have to take into account, that if they are going to try and run out of their own half, it's going to be hard work because Palmyra's defence is the best in the competition.
Yeah. And the intent is fine as we just see McCabe looking to add the extras. Here he's right on the 22, 15 in from touch. He's certainly got a big boot on him. He sends that one directly between the posts. So we're out to 19 points to 5, but Kalamunda's intent of trying to attack, it's just that execution. Some of their passes just... If they're going to try and do that, the pass has got to at least go to the man. It can't bounce or go to no one. So if they're going to do it, they've just got to try and execute properly. It still might not come off, but they're going to give themselves more chance than the way they're doing it at the moment.
Yeah, you're right there, Mickey.
We start again from Malachi Tumunu. Taken well there by Gooley. And yet making contact with the man in the air. Oh, they've turned it around. So again, good refereeing. Little bit of lip coming there from Palmyra. So reversing the penalty. And Kalamunda on the attack as we see it there on the replay. Gooley it was.
I think it's Bissett in the blue headgear there. Who's that? Yeah, I think Liam Gooley's out there in 5 in the grey headgear. So Kyle Bissett, good set of hands above his head.
How about the lift from one of the Malesu brothers?
He's launched him into space.
Oh, I'd love to tell you which one it is, but they're identical twins and I can't tell the difference.
That's why they have a number on their back, Damo.
That's right. Different coloured boots, I hear. So
He pretty much launched him into there, didn't he?
I've got identical twins at home, and I put them in different boots. That's the way to tell the difference.
So Kalamunda, they did well last time. Sean Wynn flies high. They loop around. Kalamunda looking for try number 2. Great defence from Palmyra. Ball spits up for Black. They pick and drive. They go that short side. Burrowing through. There's a mountain of bodies in the way. Hookamau, it looks like.
And
he's
scored.
over.
That was just sheer will and determination, wasn't it?
And that's the way that we spoke about, that they like to play. They never give up. They just continue to fight this Kalamunda team. Great spirit amongst them.
And the intensity there, Mickey, they got a sniff down near the try line and they stepped it up.
That's what I think. If they can, we'll just try and pick it up here. It was the pick and go. They had a couple of goes at that. And then Hanare Hookamau then picks it up, and just the leg drive and the support from Sean Wynn, putting him over the line.
Yeah, it just goes to show the effectiveness and the importance of having good support players, especially on pick and drive. They can add that extra weight to get a player further forward.
When you talk about the intensity, so as the extras are added there by Malachi Tamunu, if they can get that execution right and combine that with this intensity that they show, they will create Palmyra some troubles this afternoon. 19-12, only 7 points away.
Absolutely, they're well and truly still in this game. There's no doubt about that.
And only 2 times they've been in the 22 they've scored, so their strike rate's pretty good. McCabe sends it down to Para. He offloads. Jasua Manutafa, his 100th. Kick there from Black. Chases there. Cunningham gets the elbow up in the face of Black. They try to hold him up. They get around him. Still Cunningham is in the air. Referee says to play on.
Geez, it's a long tackle, isn't it?
Finally gets to ground. Law lays it back. McCabe to short. This is Payesi up from fullback. They line out once again. Gooley taken to ground. Kalamunda get the penalty. And again, a little bit of lip there from Palmyra. And he's had enough too. Has he had enough? He's blown the whistle. Doug Phillipson it was. It looks like that might have had some words to the referee. Tyron Law, the skipper, heading in. So that's twice they've had some lip.
Yeah. They can have a chat.
Yeah, Sam Jones, he's setting the standard. You will respect the position of referee. And,
yeah, and good on him.
Yeah,
good on him.
One of the unique things I think about rugby union is that there is that genuine respect for the referee.
Yeah, and we need to maintain that at all costs. So I'd be more than happy for him to yellow card someone for disrespect out there. We need more officials in the game. So Norm Tapara with the line out throw. They're about 30 metres away from the Palmyra line. Line out's been working pretty well this afternoon for Kalamunda. And I've given them the kiss of death as James Little just gets up in front of a winger, Siumanatafa. Davuda Vakula, this is what we want to see with a bit of space for the big winger. Winds it up, tries to bust through. Takes 2 to bring him down. Kalamunda on the front foot. Oh.
That is great positioning, Tyron Law. He rode the tackle down, got the separation, and then was in fantastic position. And hopefully, yes, we will see the replay. This is brilliant work. We watch him there come over the headgear, release, gets in the position, and poor old Kalen Toki's got no hope of moving him there.
So Fatualala Ball won again by little Phillipson to McCabe. The new 9-10 combination working well. Cunningham. Swung to the ground by Sumanatafa.
Yeah, you got the ball up. Just let it come,
Phillipson
okay?
again. Short ball to Bissett. They go the short side. Phillipson by Tuilala. Just outside the 22. Gooley steps inside the tackle of Maguire. Ball's there for Phillipson to short. This is Payesi. And bundled into touch.
Great hit.
Might have been Davudavakula, possibly. We'll see it here on the replay. Payesi, Marshall was just bounced off the shoulder of
Vakula, he's just said, here, have a look at this.
Yeah, ran into a brick wall.
Damo, Pally's line-out has been really quite solid this afternoon. They've got a good platform off it. Kalamunda a little shady after the last one.
They've been quite consistent, yeah, and they got the intercept in the last Kalamunda line-out, so they're starting to dominate there.
Hookamau brings that one down. Black. Here they go from inside their 22, this French style almost of rugby as Tamunu takes the tackle, a pick and go. They've haven't exited properly the entire game. From inside their 22, Maguire. Captain here this afternoon. The short ball to Black. So 3 or 4 phases behind their own 22-metre line. Now the kick coming. Toki's there. And the ball's been left behind by Chris Miller.
And he knew it too. As soon as he dropped it, he went, oh no.
Right in front of the Kalamunda faithful.
It was fantastic pressure. Kalyn Toki came through at pace and just the footsteps almost.
Yeah.
Was the thing that put Chris Miller off.
So Bame Melusu at the front of the lineup. He's got the red boots on. His brother in the grey. For those people watching at home. So Tapara with the throw. Sumanatafa takes it. Davudavakula, here he goes. He's in some space. Straightens back up, still going though. Davudavakula now he offloads to Howley. And Howley on the second bite gets it down.
Davudavakula.
Devastating, damaging runner with the ball. We love to see him in space. And we could see the damage he did. And he did well, had plenty of work to do too. As we see it here, Toki offloading him.
Cody Baker, not enough pace there to get across.
Bounces back inside, got the arms free.
Chris Miller had the chance. If he'd made a clean tackle then, Howley wouldn't have got to the line and then it would have been a different story. But just able to break free of that tackle, not being held. He has every right to get up and then just place the ball over the line and did really well to do that.
So Kalamunda with a spring in their step here this afternoon. Malachi Tamunu, this to equalise after Palmyra scored in the opening minute and a half. The chase will come from Palmyra to try and put him off, but it's a relatively simple one. And he makes no mistake, so we are all tied up at the bullpen, 19-all. Palmyra against Kalamunda in the penultimate round as we see Davudavakula once again just too quick for Cody Baker. Brushes off Law and finds Regan Howley running a tremendous line. And on the second bounce, dots it down. McCabe. Miller chasing hard. So Kalamunda, what will they do? Little box kick there from Black. Cunningham underneath it. Decides just to straighten, take it back into the attack. Good tackle there by Wynn. Right on the 10-metre line. Phillipson digs it back. to McCabe. Almost through a non-existent gap there. And Kalamunda win the penalty. They're pretty fired up this afternoon.
Sean Wynn just willing the Pally boys on.
Ryan Black in there as well.
There was some excitement from the Calla boys there. There was a bit of spite when they stood up and looked at the Pally team.
Yeah, they're fired up this afternoon. I'm not sure if the university supporters, but uni fans will be loving what they are doing here this afternoon. Palmyra, if they win this afternoon, they will wrap up the minor premiership. Uni 3 points behind them on the ladder.
And there's a winger, Sam Manatafa and Sean Wynn getting up over that ball. And
so back live at Hartfield Park. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half, Kalamunda have got it. Ball's come out. Looks like Phillipson's got himself around the side and got his hand in to sport that, so it's been turned over. So Kalamunda pushing it a little bit too much. McCabe, short.
Hold Regan.
Cuts out, so to Payesi. Takes the ball and takes the tackle of Toki. Phillipson. Law. Misses the decoy runner of Malesu. Stolen there by Tapara. So Kalamunda, this is Toki now. Trying to get some space. Tyrone Law swings him to the ground. Penalty in favour of Kalamunda. They play on quickly through Black. Pomeroy Black needs some support. Finds Howley, the try scorer. Now it's on to hook him out. The big second rower takes play up towards the 22-metre line. Black to Ryan Black. Another long, loose pass. Out to Tuiavi. Then to Davuda Vakula. They know where to throw that ball. They offload it. Kalamunda just outside the 22. It's unconventional, but it's effective here this afternoon. Maguire. They got front rowers and props in the back line. Here we go again. Black. Howley's there. Turns it back inside. Wrapped up well by Gurley. To Tamunu. Needs some support. Ball's there for Black. Wynn throws a long pass out to a winger, Siumanutafa. Kalamunda playing like it's the last 10 seconds of this game. Replacement on, that's Max Saws. Saws. Toki tries to break through. They're flat-footed, Kalamunda. Pumi Black rolls himself around. Tamunu. Ryan Black, short ball to Max Sawyers. I'm not sure how many phases we're up to here, but Kalamunda continue to hang on to this ball. Kalen Toki. He had Davuda Vakula outside him and couldn't get the arms free. It may have been turned over. The counter up. No, it's still with Kalamunda. Ball bounces. They pick and go. Ball finally comes loose. Scooped up by Palmyra. Gurley. They swarm on him. Knocked back, the referee says. The counter-up comes on. Still we go. And McCabe decides, let's settle this down. As Mana Maui sent it to Davuda Vakula. He winds up. Law makes the tackle right around the bootlaces. Ball's there.
Have a run.
Sawyers. Frantic passage of play here at Tompkins Park. Not Tompkins Park, I'm at Hartfield Park. That's how confused I am. Tuiavi.
On him, Max.
Maguire. It's been, I don't know how many phases we've strung together. Both sides have had a crack. Now it's back in the hands of Palmyra again. Pally, here we go. This is Bissett. Bissett towards the line. He offloads to Vaitualala. They drag him down. He pops it up. Payesi for the line, and he finds it.
What an amazing series of play.
That was extraordinary.
You can take a breath now, Mick.
I think he's gone blue.
Wow.
Well, we ran out of toes and fingers. I got to 20. We started counting Damo's fingers and toes in terms of the number of phases. That was amazing.
I reckon 6 or 7 possession changes within that as well. It's frantic.
Well, I don't know. You don't have to pay for a ticket to get here, but I'd pay to see that sort of stuff.
Wow, you want entertaining rugby. Now, in the meantime, Davutavakula's down on the ground inside Palmyra territory. I don't think anyone's seen him. The first aid staff certainly haven't. They're all down giving the players drinks under the post. Now they've seen him. They're coming out now to pick him up, the winger. Looks like he might have done a calf.
Whether it's cramp or whether he has actually strained or torn or pulled or...
As McCabe slots it through. So 26 points to 19 in the dying stages of this first half. But just an amazing passage of play. Looks like it's an ankle for Davutavakula, getting some strapping tape on there.
Try not to do it too tight so his foot doesn't fall off.
Let's hope it's nothing too serious. He's been dynamic. Sawyers again. This is just one of the 100 phases that we just saw.
I think this is where it was turned over.
Tuiavi it was.
Phase, or...
Palmyra Black, Maguire. So underway again here.
Oh, it hasn't gone 10, but...
Sawyer's making an immediate impact since coming on. Not sure who's actually come on for, Dwayne.
Yeah, we'd have to check that. I think Hemi Tuiavi's still on there. Yep. So he certainly has made an impact, as you say, Mickey. He's been in it all.
Possibly, no, not Maguire. Maguire's still out there as well.
No, I think that's Tapara. I think Tapara's off, so we think we've got Maguire's moving across to the tight head side, and Tuiavi's going to hooker, and Sawyer's to loose head.
So dying stages of the first term, 26-19 the score in what has been a very entertaining first 40.
Bind!
So Phillipson with the scrum feed. Picked up off the back by Cunningham. The halfback takes a scamper himself. He shows and goes. He dummies. He continues over the 22. Toki wraps him up, makes the tackle that needed to be made. Pally back on the attack. A little bit of stink going on in the background. We'll stay with the play, though. And the referee, as now they're all coming in. Short gets upended. It's all pretty friendly at this stage. A little bit of push and shove. Hukamau and Malesu there getting to know each other.
Neither one wanting to give up that grip. It's
Hukamau thinks he's seeing double, and they've had to tell him, no, it's okay. You are actually seeing double. So plenty of feeling in this match. So we see it here on the replay, how it all started.
Clear out there.
Yeah, so Payesi it was that threw our... Might have been Toki that he threw away. Toki didn't like it. Probably unnecessary by the Palmyra fullback.
I'd say the AR would have got a pretty decent look at that, and he'd be able to say exactly what sort of happened. So we'll get to the bottom of it pretty quickly.
And the last thing Palmyra need is to be having someone do something stupid coming into the pointy end of this season. Especially when, you know, it's this Palmyra 15 to make this 23. It's pretty hard to do. As we see it here on the replay, Payesi just on that left-hand corner of screen. And play comes back to it.
And then it was just
short coming in.
It was Carlin Toki just went short coming in, and Leighton Short's got to be really careful there, because if you're that next man
third man in. So Short will be the one, I think, if there's anyone's going to be penalised here.
I'm gonna go to 13. Tyron, number 12, please.
Yep, all right. So the AR has done a good job, just making sure he gets the right person. Because that's been a law or a game management ruling that if there's two blokes having a scuffle and you're the third one in, you're the one who's going to instigate something that goes a lot further and involve a lot more people. So, yep, they go pretty hard on that third man in. So Leighton Short, you can go and have 10 minutes. Oh no, hang on, sorry.
Off you go.
So both Regan Howley and Leighton Short both getting 10. I think that'll be it.
It'll just be interesting to which way the penalty goes from here then.
You'd think it'd go to Kalamunda for the third man in.
Well, I think that's the thing, Mickey, there, but obviously in two third man in.
Yeah. Third and fourth. And that'll be half-time. So an anticlimactic end to what was a frantic first 40 minutes, and that last 5 minutes were of play. But out here, it is all action at the bullpen from the restart. It's been taken well by Marshall. He scored a brilliant individual try. Toki takes it cleanly. And the man of the moment, a winger, Siwamana Tafa, playing his 100th game. Come the short side, Sawyers. He's got Davuda Vakula outside him, just can't get the arm free, and the ball will roll into touch. I like the look of this Max Sawyers. He's a big, strong kid. But Tualala with the throw for Palmyra. And Little wins it easily. McCabe. Cunningham. Phillipson trying to get that ball back. Kalamunda fighting hard to disrupt. Not rolling away though, the rule. Doug Phillipson just hands it on to McCabe.
And Mickey, as we go to this kick here, we've got Cottesloe up 10 points to 8 over UWA. Wanneroo 12-7 over Nedlands. And we've got 10 points to 8. Joondalup over Soaks. So Soaks, they need to win that game to make sure they stay alive for finals. So Joondalup wanting to ruin their party.
So Cottesloe and Associates in battles. As Palmyra once again win this ball through Little. He's been strong this afternoon in the line out. Cunningham up towards the 10. This is Law, the captain. Minor premiership on the line here for Palmyra this afternoon. Malesu. Ball pops out. Bissett. So he's swung to the ground. Sawyers is there. McCabe. Out to Cunningham in those wide channels. The big number 8. Offloading to Miller. Phillipson again. McCabe to Law. Law still going. Strong work by the number 7. And McCabe turns the ball back inside. It's been left behind by... The referee says offside. Cody Coe-Baker it was. That couldn't hold it. As you just see it here again on the replay. McCabe just turning it back inside. And McCabe looking to add the extras. They know this is a tight game. They'll be taking points when they come. Good decision, Damo.
Mate, it's a very interesting decision. It just shows that they really respect Kalamunda and not going to take any chance lightly, and they want to knock the points over and come back and have another crack.
So in that first half, every penalty they got, they were looking for the line out, but...
And I'm surprised, Damo, because their line-out has been really quite solid this afternoon. It's given a pretty good platform.
Just wanted to push it out beyond that one try, I think, and get a bit of breathing space and then have another crack.
So McCabe adds to his tally this afternoon.
Dylan Cunningham, his first game back from a little bit of a injury break last week. He's actually feeling a lot more comfortable out there today. He's doing a truckload of work, especially, as you said, Mickey, in those wider channels.
And both teams down to 14 men at the moment. A little bit of scuffle right on half-time. So Regan, Howley and Leighton Short are the two players having a 10-minute rest. So 14 aside here at the pig pen. McCabe takes it inside his 22. Unleashes. Calvin Toki underneath it. He's got Siumanatafa. Runs into the defence. They hold him up and they drive him back. Black. To his brother. This is Pumi. Maguire at first receiver. Offloads to Ryan Black. Toki up from fullback. Just dropping it on the toe. It's been bounced up and picked up by Cody Cobaker. And there is no one home. And Palmyra will increase their lead against the run of play. The little kick through from Kalen Toki bouncing up into the hands of Cody Cobaker.
Geez, that's a high-risk play by Toki. Like, he's the last man. There's nothing beyond him. And he's sort of, yeah, like he wasn't even really at the line. You know, if you're going to grub it, you need to be really at the defensive line, so you're eliminating any chance of somebody fielding the ball or playing with their foot. Yeah, so that was probably costly play there by Toki.
And this is where the mental game becomes very important. Just before the break, Kalamunda players would have looked across at that scoreboard and seen 19 all. Now we're only 5 minutes into this second term. They look across at that scoreboard, and depending on the outcome of this kick from Fionn McCabe, they'll look across and it's 34-19. So it's gone from 19 all to 34-19. So this is really going to test Kalamunda, the spirit that we spoke about. If they can get themselves back into this match, or will this be where Palmyra put the foot on the throat?
And if you were Pally's coach, Darren Reid, you'd be sending that message out, just to step the intensity out, make sure they build their continuity, which they're very good at, build that pressure and just get more points. And as we've spoken before about Pally, they will very quickly just keep racking up points on the scoreboard.
So the restart, it's a good one, picked up there by Little. Saws wraps him up. Law. Tuiavi tries to hold him up. Phillipson comes to short side, sends it back. Kalamunda, solid. From Tapara, short ball there to Davudavkula. Sawyers. Tapara again. Sawyers. In fact, that's Wynn. Maguire, short ball to the replacement, Alex Cayley. Hukamana. They pick and go. Kalamunda continue to attack this line. It's at the 22. They're short of numbers. Tamuna to Toki, back to Tamuna. Does a little goose step to try and get around McCabe, but can't. Referee was going to award something, but it's back in the hands of Palmyra now through Cunningham. We'll try and work out what's going on with some replacements here, because it looks like Tapara's back on the field.
Tapara and Cayley have come on there, Mick, for Kalamunda.
Kalamunda again. Nice little chip through there from Miller. Oh. And he makes it look easy. Striding out. Trying to pick it up on the replay. to see exactly what happened. But again, Palmyra's ability to counter-attack and just turn defence into points. A minute ago, they were camped inside their 22. And they get a quick turnover. Payesi it was, onto Miller. Dropped it on the toe, and it just sat up perfectly for him. It's what Toki wanted to do about a minute before. And Chris Miller. Geez, he looks quick too. I'd like to see him in a foot race.
He's a very, very fast runner. I can vouch for that.
Flags are raised. So that scoreboard that we spoke about, Palmyra's ability to just really pile on some points. We're seeing it come to the fore here at Hartfield Park. So we see it again. Beautiful bounce for Miller. 41 points to 19. The early stages of this second half. And here at the bullpen, that man on screen, Chris Miller. Satumunu. Bissett takes it. Cayley wraps him up straight away. So Kalamunda in possession.
Go right.
Tamuna. On the 10-metre line, Kalamunda. Sawyers offloads, short ball. Here they go. Davudavakula straightens, angles back in towards the defence. He's still going. Runs into Gourley. Law comes across to help him as well. He offloads to Ryan Black. The little number 10 driving the legs. Kalamunda, they pick and go. Wanting to get themselves back in this match. We know they fight. Pick and go by Tuiavi. This is Cayley. Ball's there, they pick and go again through Maguire. They drive him back. Ball comes loose, it's there for Black. He offloads to Muna. Long ball out to Maui. Manages to stay in field. The penalty coming in favour of Palmyra. Payesi, I think it was.
Well, Cody Cobaker, I think that was. And I wonder whether it was Cody Cobaker and on the other side of the field prior to Chris Miller's try, who turned the ball over again. It was some strong work there, but geez, there was some pressure on there from Kalamunda, wasn't there? They were going and they were very intense trying to get over that line. But yeah, Cody Cobaker
right.
there gets good position.
Yeah, right in front of the referee too.
I think I've cracked the code of the Kalamunda replacements too, guys.
Good work, Damo.
Took me a little while. I think Pumi Black and Gershom Adams have made way for Tapara and for number 18, Alex Cayley.
So Leighton Short, he's back on after his 10-minute spell. As is Regan Howley. So we're back to 15 aside. So Kalamunda, Davudavakula bounces off one. McCabe hangs on to his ankle. Short ball to Para. Black to Ryan Black. So Menatafa, he offloads. Win. Still going, little number 7. The referee playing advantage, so Kalamunda with a free throw, which is how they play their normal game. Semana Tafa continue to going in his 100th game. Offloads to Maguire. Law's there. In fact, it's Gourley. I'm so used to seeing Tyron Law getting over that ball, but Liam Gourley it was. But the referee coming back for the penalty.
And we've got substitutions in the Pally team with Sione Lee coming on in jersey 17, and he's replaced Melasu in the front row.
I wouldn't stop there, Dwayne. There's 4 more coming on for Pally.
And that'll be where we can see Pearson Kennington being one of those. Taya Brown in the back row will be coming on. Just trying to get a gauge on who it is. That here they come, they're flooding on the field. And Suyataga also there. Sebastian.
Yeah, so Vaitualala, he's off. He's put in a good solid shift. So the fresh legs for Palmyra.
Right, that looks like Jack Ruby there as well, so they've made the 9 substitution as well.
And Law picks up
And goes
the sloppy one. Still going. Penalty in favour of Palmyra. They play on quickly. The replacements. Pennington offloading to Little. They've got numbers, Palmyra. Oh, Pesci just leaving it behind. Marshall picking it up. But
oh, they were lining up, weren't they, Mick?
Flooded out this side. Wow. Just see it here. They had numbers everywhere, inside and outside.
Oh, do you know what? You look at that there and you go, if we just went a nice little short ball to Cody Coe-Brown, then it becomes a 3v2 on the edge. Palmyra with the numbers up against the last 2 remaining defenders for Kalamunda. Sometimes the shortest, simplest passes are the most effective.
So Jack Gruby, the halfback, jersey 22.
Right shoulder down.
Part of the Western Force squad for the Cheetah series. So handy replacement. And a big drive coming from Palmyra there. Short. Now Cody Coe-Baker. A little bit of a jinking step, still going. Cody Coe-Baker releases, gets to his feet again. They go the short side. And here goes Miller again. Chris Miller for the line. And Chris Miller will pick up try number 2.
I think you're right, Dwayne. He is pretty quick.
Oh, he's got giraffe legs. Imagine trying to tackle a giraffe, because that's what you're trying to do. He's got legs that are about 27 feet tall.
Really nice lead-up work there by Cody Coe-Baker too.
Yeah, he did some great work there, Cody Coe-Baker, to get that go forward and to break up that defence.
And Chris Miller just beating 2 on his way to the try line.
His stride takes about 3 steps and covers 20 metres.
So 46 points to 19.
They just keep doing it, don't they? They just keep racking up the points. If you're the scoreboard attendant at any game that Palmyra are playing, you've got no time to go to the toilet or grab a drink.
So Finn McCabe on his good side. He certainly gets some height. Each time he kicks, it'd be pretty tough for the touchies to the assistant referees to try and work out half the time, because it's he's well over the top of the uprights, but makes no mistake on that stage, as we see once again Chris Miller.
And you look at it there too, like Chris Miller's gone down the edge and he's got 3 blue jerseys in good supporting positions. Taya Brown trailing behind. You had Adam Marshall and another player there just working, running positive lines in the inside there. So, even if a defender can get to him, he's got options to offload.
So the restart. Marshall comes in off his wing, takes that ball from the restart. Inside the 10-metre line, McCabe. Out to Gooley. Liam Gooley still going. Great run by the second rower. He's been good this afternoon. Gruby. Loose pass picked up by Short. Leighton Short. He's got one man in front of him. He turns around. Toki. Can Toki get him on the chase? Yes, he can, but can he hold him? No, he can't. He gets to his feet. And they score the try.
Geez, Galen Toki made him work hard there. That was really well covered, defended, because anyone would have backed Leighton Short to score that. But geez, they made him work hard to score it.
And a terrific spirit amongst these players here. A lot of respect between these two teams and the players involved. We see it again here with Gooley. Kalamunda, they flood in. Gruby then plays away with some loose play by Palmyra, but Leighton Short just out of nothing just gets through the gap. And he turned Toki around, and Toki's got some speed to be able to turn hung him up, and they flooded that defensive line, and I think it was Short. Did Short end up getting it down? I think he did.
It was late.
But yeah, he certainly had to work for it. But yeah, Toki did very well to be turned around and be able to run him down in the space of about 10 metres. And McCabe once again on his good side run on the 22-metre line.
He'd be wearing a path in that spot.
Flags are raised once again, so the score 55 points to 19. So, what, 35 points, unanswered points, 36 unanswered points by Kalamunda, by Palmyra.
And as we watch the replay, they try again. But Damo, the Palmyra scrum with the substitutions, made a big statement on that tight head.
Oh, for sure. We were just watching the lovely work there by Kennington come straight on, and he just really worked his opposite number there. And the young fella, Max Sawyers, he's got a little bit of a lesson learnt today.
This is Leah, the Marley Pierce lookalike from Palmyra. Groovy. The box kick, it's been charged down by Sawyers. McCabe turns around and hooks it. Now Davuda Vakula needs to get a bounce, he does. The imposing figure of Davuda Vakula takes it up into the teeth of the Palmyra defence. Win offloading to Tuiavi. Palmyra flooding through. Hook him out, lays it back. Black. Adam Maguire. Referee almost. It's been picked up by Cunningham. Now to Gooley. Palmyra back on the attack again to that man Miller, looking for number 3. Can he get past Toki? Yes, he can.
Geez, they put Rowita Biddle on the wing to give him a bit of a rest, and he played yesterday. Chris Miller just picks up the mantle and goes, I'll score 3.
Wow, Chris Miller. Just speed. Pure speed. And again, he doesn't need much room to work in, does he? And Toki's not slow, as we just saw, running down short. Gooley's there wanting the ball. He wants to try as well.
Give me the ball, give me the ball.
Miller says, no way. Yeah. I want a hat-trick. So that score, as we spoke, from 19 all to 60 to 19. And there's still 20 minutes remaining.
Bang. This is like a training drill. This is like saying to Thean McCabe, look, mate, you got a fair few kicks just from about 20 metres out, left of the uprights.
Flags are raised once again. Theon McCabe, as we see Chris Miller here, just that long stride. Kalen Toki almost. And Miller certainly enjoying his afternoon here at the bullpen. 62 points to 19. Here's the score with that successful conversion. And Malachi Tamonu getting plenty of restart practice. Little underneath it, takes it cleanly. Brushes off Howley, brushes off Wynn. Sawyers as well. Beats 3, the second rower. Howley gets him on the second go. Box kick from Groovy. The chase is coming through there for Cody Baker.
And Sione Leo, he was well offside. Well offside. Good attacking ploy, though.
So Tapara.
Oh, get your head in the wrong spot.
Runs into Leo. This is Kaylee. Palmyra through Law.
Geez, Tyron Law has been a menace at the breakdown this afternoon. He has put so much pressure on the Kalamunda tackle zone.
Yeah, so referee making it pretty clear. If you win the ball and drop it, it's a knock-on. Can't argue with that.
He did it with quite a big smile on his face, didn't he? Pearson Kennington, he won't be bothered, Damo. He'll be going, oh, beauty, here I go again.
Mate, I could see him rubbing his hands together. He wants another crack at it.
He's one of those front rowers. You can just look at him and you go, he lives for scrummaging. Bit like yourself, Damo.
Hey, that's right. And he's a boarding master at Aquinas. Those kids must be scared senseless every night. Don't you get out of bed.
Damo, I reckon you're the Gordon Bray of WA Rugby with these bits of information that you garnish from the players.
My little commentary black book there, Dwayne, is just quietly collecting little tidbits.
Yeah, we're going to steal it one day and then see how you go.
So Toki playing halfback. So I'm not sure whether that's...
He also plays halfback, Mick. It's his... usually his preferred position, but filling a hole at fullback.
So if we drop Palmyra...
Black has come off, yeah.
He's come off. Okay, here we come. Short side.
No, he hasn't.
He's actually pulled he pushed a fullback. So
yeah, they swapped them.
Groovy. He swung to the ground. Gooley offloading to McCabe, running wide, looking for a gap. Doesn't find the gap, but he finds... I think that might be Marcus Arindell.
Yeah, welcome to the field. Here, score a try.
Just come on.
And this is what we were worried about, that Palmyra would unleash their bench and they would do some damage. Oh, God, they're lining up on the outside there. And Finn McKay, that's a good decision, just to take the ball to the line and just ask questions of the defence before they can get to drift off.
Well, and Arindell, just the way he can change angle at pace, as we saw it then, just... This is a very good Palmyra side, and they will take a lot of beating once these semi-finals start in 2 weeks' time. And you'll see all the action, of course, live on Stan Sport as McCabe bangs it through again.
Kicked it into the Bowls Club over the other side.
Another tidbit for you, Dwayne. Marcus Arindell is not the only player from his family at Palmyra. His mother actually plays in the Palmyra women's team.
Wow.
Oh, outstanding. that is, yep, Damo, you go to the, just go to show you.
You don't want to know how I found out all that information, Dwayne.
So Palmyra have now put on 50 unanswered points in the space of about 30 minutes.
It's impressive, isn't it?
That's what they do.
They are, yep, that's what they do. They're a very good rugby team.
Restart. Brown takes it cleanly. Groovy. Davudavakula takes it. Straightens, winds up. Raw runs into Pennington. Kennington.
Good tackle.
Yeah, Law certainly having a game here this afternoon, the captain of Palmyra. And he'll be getting his hands on the Minor Premiership Cup at the end of this match as Paesi offloading to Arindell. Kicking through, Miller chasing. Tuiavi gets back and does extremely well onto Sawyers, who I've enjoyed his game since he's come on. Davudavakula tries to do something, but with this wall of blue defenders, Kalamunda putting themselves under all sorts of pressure. Malakai Tamunu tries to get away from the try line. Black with the kick. Baker just dropping it. A rare mistake by Cody Baker this afternoon.
Just a good lesson to make sure you keep your elbows in when you're going to take a high ball on your chest.
Yeah, just straight through.
Either that or catch it with a shopping bag.
So referees called time off here because the player's got a cramp, which I don't really think should happen, but
Is it a front right? If not, play on. Hemi Tuiavi footing the ball in front of his own post. I wondered what he was doing back there.
Yeah, chasing. He was chasing hard, as he had to. He had Chris Miller bearing down on him.
It's an old school ploy, really, isn't it? On the edge of the field, just putting an infield bomb into the 22. Mark Serindel doing it quite successfully there, but Hemi Tuiavi playing fullback.
It might be Norm Tapara. I think it might be with the cramp.
Makes me wonder whether Norm
Because
Tapara...
of the scrum, of course, so they can't.
Yeah.
That's why.
And he went off in the first half. And maybe,
yeah, that's right.
Maybe it was just for blood.
Maybe this time, no, he's heading off again this time. So I'm not sure what they've got. Oh, okay, so we've got someone coming on. Another reshuffle demo of the Kalamunda pack.
Kaylee's also come off, and number 24 for Kalamunda, I'm not sure if his name has come on. We don't appear to have his name on the books here.
They may have actually had to dig deep.
Wild card.
Yeah, dig deep into their reserves to get themselves through here this afternoon.
So Palmyra Black back at halfback. Kalamunda come away with it. Black. Toki up from fullback. This is Maui. They wrap him up. That very offensive defence by Palmyra driving Kalamunda back. Now they're back at the 22-metre line. Up really quick. The defensive line of Palmyra. It's been turned over. Referee says no.
Yes, it was a good example of what Palmyra's defence can do to you. They knew they had the space and they just put so much pressure on Ryan Black. He didn't have the option to safely throw what he would normally throw as a long cutout pass. So just the line speed that Palmyra produced there on that return phase was very impressive.
Their connection as well, Dwayne. They had 4 of them rushing up together, all in the line, shutting down Black and any option of a pass. So they're really snooking him into the corner there.
Crouch! Bind!
So Arindel, you could just see it there. Love the way those backs whisper behind their hands. They must practice that at training. That's a big scrum from Palmyra. They knew it was going to come this way. Cunningham still going. Siumanatafa brings him down. Gruby, Arindel looking for number 2. Lays it back. Laws at halfback. Offloading. They're against the post. Gruby's there.
Yeah.
Oh, they've scored the try. Tyrone Law it was.
There's a deserved try for him because he has been outstanding this afternoon, Tyrone Law.
So I think he must have got squashed up against the post and eventually just buffered his way through. And now Palmyra into the 70s. And Fionn McCabe will try and get you to tally up where he's at the moment, Dwayne.
Running out of room on my sheet.
With 10 or so minutes still to go. So 76 points to nil as we see it on the replay here. Arindel it was. It went towards the line. So Law started off at halfback. Try and keep your eye on the knee bandage there. And he just, picks and dives to score the try. Spotting the gap. And Kalamunda taking their time to get back to the halfway line for the restart. They've had plenty of practice of it this afternoon. 76 points to 19 is the score. And of got a feeling Palmyra aren't finished yet. Leah runs into Sawyers. Cunningham offloading to McCabe. And here goes Leighton Short again. He's got players inside and out. There's no one at home. It's a foot race. Arundel's going to win it. The bounce is good for him. And Marcus Arundel, it's like a training run here for Palmyra. 81 points to 19 is the score. And in the mood that they are in, we've still got probably 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Which potentially means 2 tries, 3 tries. Well, they've scored 12 tries, 9 conversions, 1 penalty, with the conversion still to come. So, yeah, they're just racking up the points.
Short had options inside and out and decided to just kick it. And sometimes things just go right, and we're seeing it here for Palmyra. The bounce was perfect. We've seen it a couple of times, that ball just sitting up. We saw it for Miller. Saw it then for Arundel, that man on screen in jersey number 23. And competition for the starting 15 of this Palmyra side is very, very strong, as Fionn McCabe raises the flags once again. The assistant referees will have sore arms by the end of today. 83 points to 19.
Yeah, like, you know, Jack Ruby there running what we call that positive line. He ran in behind the Kalamunda defence to then connect with Leighton Short as he broke the line. And support on the outside.
So William Tuheki-Wade on for Kalamunda. As is Evan Jordan. Kalamunda.
Just an accidental offside, unfortunately running into his own player. Trying to weave his way through the traffic. I get the impression, Damo, that both these teams are pretty much just waiting for the final whistle now.
Oh, I don't think Palmyra are. They want to score a few more points, but I think Kalamunda can't wait to hit the showers.
At 83 points, I think they're getting greedy if they want more.
I think the forwards want to get their hands on the ball, Dwayne. They haven't had any opportunity to score some tries.
So I'll see what Palmyra do here. We're looking for the tight head. They drive it and they get it. So it's picked up off the back by Cunningham. Black tries to reef that ball away but can't. Now this time he comes up onto Groovy, holds him up. Sean Wynn hopping away, hopping something on an ankle. Groovy again. Short. Through the gap, Leighton Short. He's got an option, turns it back inside. It comes back to Short. And Leighton Short will finish off what he started.
That's his hat trick.
So just complete domination by Palmyra this afternoon as we see Leighton Short. It's been an absolute rort here as we see the replay from where it all started. So Groovy sending it out to Short, and he had Arundel outside him, just brushing off some fairly weak defence. The pump, Arundel throws it back inside to Short, and the referee's calling 3 minutes. So this to make it 90. But the score will remain 88 points to 19. He's probably getting tired.
Yeah, S&C coach will be worried about his kicking load.
Yeah, the S&C will come out and say, no, he can't take any more.
Maybe they shouldn't have gone for the penalty goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chase line, boys, chase line. Together, together. Let's go.
So there's that scoreboard in the background. Doesn't make pretty reading, but they continue to front up Kalamunda. No doubt getting tired, but they're continuing to try and keep themselves in this game. Miller now, what can he do? Chris Miller leaves it behind. It's been picked up by Black. Ryan Black throws the loose ball into touch. I think he thought he had Hokomau with him.
Yeah, we see Ruida Biddle has come on. So he played in the internal trial with the Force yesterday, and he was telling me before the game that he's actually sort of tweaked his hamstring. So it's interesting that they'd even put him on.
Why would you do that?
And he looks like he's a bit ginger. Like
as
we're watching this, the replay, we can see him in the background. He's looking a little ginger, so I wouldn't risk it. I would not risk it.
Not when I'd prefer to play with 14 men. When you're up by 88 points to 19, you've got the minor premiership, and you've got a key player like Ruida Biddle with an injury. I would not be risking him.
Too much work, both sides.
He was pleading with Darren Reid. Put me on, mate. I want to score some points.
Maybe Chris Miller was sick of scoring so many tries, Dwayne.
Well, Chris Miller still. They just moved him onto the right side.
Maybe Adam Marshall fed up he didn't score enough.
Yeah. Do you know what? Adam Marshall would be disappointed that he went off. He is a passionate rugby player, Adam Marshall, and he would have loved playing in first grade today. Scrum.
Tully get the penalty.
No, on the mark, over there. Lapsing, what he said.
So time ticking away. 1 minute to go at Hartfield Park. That ball won't find touch. So Kalamunda, Toki with it. Can they finish on a high? Davutavakula, he wants to try and make it happen. Takes play up towards the halfway line. He's been wrapped up there by Cody Baker. Black. Sion Manatafa in his 100th game. Not exactly the scoreline he would have wanted for the milestone. Groovy comes back, picks it up, Black. He's fought hard, the number 10, continues to scrap. And the referee says that will be enough.